Picture this. You're planning for retirement in 2040 and the state pension age is 68, possibly 69. The full state pension is around £17,000 per year if the triple lock survives, but there's serious talk of scrapping it or capping pension spending at 6% of GDP. The cost of living has outpaced wages for decades, and the government is wrestling with a pension bill that could hit £200 billion annually. This isn't science fiction. This is what pension experts, the Institute for Fiscal Studies and the Office for Budget Responsibility are projecting for 2040 based on current trends and demographics. If you're currently in your 40s, 50s or 60s, 2040 is when you'll be retiring or already retired, and the decisions being made today will determine whether you have a comfortable retirement or face financial struggle. Stay with me because I'm going to break down exactly what the pension landscape will look like in 2040, what it means for your retirement income, and what you need to do right now. Welcome to the channel where I bring you verified, forward-looking analysis of UK pensions and retirement planning. Everything you hear today comes directly from government projections published by the Office for Budget Responsibility, research from the Institute for Fiscal Studies, and official reviews of the state pension age from the Department for Work and Pensions. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button because I upload regular updates that could make the difference between a secure retirement and financial hardship. Right, let's dive into the pension forecast for 2040. First, the state pension age, currently 66, legislated to rise to 67 between April 2026 and April 2028, then to 68 between 2044 and 2046. But multiple government reviews recommend bringing forward that increase to 68 to somewhere between 2037 and 2043. The most recent review by Baroness Neville-Rolfe in 2023 recommended the increase to 68 should happen between 2041 and 2043, and to 69 between 2046 and 2048. Why? Demographics and cost. The UK population is ageing. The number of people of pensionable age is projected to rise by 28% to 15.2 million by 2045, while the working age population rises by only 4.5%. Fewer workers supporting more pensioners. The ratio is shrinking, putting enormous pressure on the state pension system, funded by national insurance contributions from current workers. The Office for Budget Responsibility projects spending on state pensions and pensioner benefits will rise from 5.6% of GDP today to 9.6% over the next 50 years. That's an increase worth £100 billion per year in today's terms. The government faces a choice: raise the state pension age so people work longer, or cut pension benefits, or raise taxes, or borrow more. None are politically popular, but something must give. The Institute for Fiscal Studies suggests, unless the state pension age rises substantially, costs will become unsustainable. Their projections show the state pension age could hit 70 by 2050, with increases to 69 around 2040, 70 around 2054 to 2056. If you're currently 50, you might not reach state pension age until 68 or 69. If you're 40, it could be 70 or beyond. Now, how much will the state pension be worth in 2040? The full new state pension is currently £230.25 per week, or £11,973 per year. That's for anyone who retired after April 2016 with 35 qualifying years of national insurance contributions. If the triple lock continues, increasing the state pension each year by the highest of inflation, average earnings growth, or 2.5%, it could rise significantly. Over the past 4 years alone, the full state pension has risen more than 30% from £185.15 per week in 2022 to £230.25 today. For 2026 to 2027, it's confirmed to rise by 4.7% to £241 per week, or £12,535 per year. Projecting forward to 2040, assuming an average annual increase of around 3 to 4% under the triple lock, the state pension could be between £16,000 and £18,000 per year. Some projections suggest £17,340, applying a consistent 2.5% annual increase. But the triple lock is under constant political pressure. It's expensive, criticised as unsustainable, with serious proposals to scrap it or replace it with a less generous formula. The Institute for Fiscal Studies states that without either scrapping the triple lock or significantly raising the state pension age to 74 for those currently aged 30, the pension system will become financially unviable. The government has been urged to cap state pension spending at 6% of GDP, meaning either cutting benefits, raising the pension age faster, or means testing so wealthier pensioners receive less or nothing. If the triple lock is scrapped and replaced with inflation only, the state pension in 2040 could be significantly lower, potentially between £13,000 and £15,000 per year. That's up to £4,000 per year difference depending on policy decisions. This uncertainty is why it's critical not to rely solely on the state pension, private and workplace pensions. Since auto-enrollment in 2012, millions have been automatically enrolled into workplace pension schemes. By 2040, most retiring will have contributed to a workplace pension for at least part of their career. The minimum contribution under auto-enrollment is 8% of qualifying earnings, with employers contributing at least 3% and employees at least 5%. If someone earns £30,000 per year and contributes 8% from age 25 to 68, assuming investment growth of 4% per year after fees, they could accumulate around £250,000 to £300,000 by retirement. That pot could provide around £10,000 to £12,000 per year through drawdown or annuity, on top of the state pension of £16,000 to £17,000, totaling £26,000 to £29,000 per year. But many are not saving enough. 8% contributions on £30,000 is just £2,400 per year. Self-employed workers aren't covered by auto-enrollment, and millions aren't contributing to any pension. Women, part-time workers, and those with career breaks are at risk of undersaving. Research shows to maintain pre-retirement standard of living, you need around 2/3 of your final salary. If you're earning £40,000 before retirement, you'll need around £26,600 per year. The state pension alone won't cover that. Even at £17,000, you'd need an additional £9,600 per year from private pensions. To generate that, you'd need a pension pot of around £240,000, assuming a 4% withdrawal rate. That requires consistent contributions of at least 10 to 12% throughout your working life, not just the minimum 8%. What should you do? Number 1. Check your state pension forecast at gov.uk. It tells you how many qualifying years you have, what your projected state pension will be, and whether you have gaps you can fill. You can pay voluntary national insurance contributions to fill gaps from the last 6 years. Each additional qualifying year can add around £300 per year to your state pension. Number 2, maximise workplace pension contributions. If your employer offers salary sacrifice, use it. If they match contributions above the minimum, contribute more. Increasing from 8% to 10 or 12% makes a massive difference over 30 or 40 years. A 2% increase on £30,000 is just £600 per year, but over 30 years with compound growth that could add £50,000 to your pension pot. Number 3, consider additional voluntary contributions or a private pension. If self-employed, set up a personal pension and contribute regularly. The government adds tax relief. Basic rate taxpayers get relief, meaning every £80 contributed costs effectively £64 after tax relief. Higher rate taxpayers get even more. Number 4, don't rely on property as your only pension. Many assume they'll downsize and use equity to fund lifestyle. That's risky. Property values fluctuate, downsizing isn't always possible, and you still need somewhere to live. Equity release schemes can be expensive with high interest rates. Property should be part of your plan, not the only part. Number 5, plan for a longer retirement. Life expectancy is increasing, and if you retire at 68 in 2040, you could live another 20 to 25 years or more. Your pension needs to last. Consider inflation, rising healthcare costs, and potential long-term care needs. Number 6, stay informed about policy changes. The decisions government makes over the next 10 to 15 years will directly affect your retirement. Whether the triple lock survives, whether the state pension age rises faster, whether means testing is introduced, all impact your income. Subscribe to updates from Age UK, the Pensions and Lifetime Savings Association, and independent financial advisors. Number 7. Consider professional financial advice. If you're within 10 to 15 years of retirement, an advisor can help optimize your pension strategy, minimize tax, and ensure you're on track. They can advise on when to start drawing your pension, whether to take a lump sum, and how to structure income to maximize take-home. Here's the reality. Retirement in 2040 will look very different. You'll likely work longer, receive a state pension that's higher in cash terms but possibly lower relative to earnings, and need more private savings to bridge the gap. The days when the state pension was enough are long gone. The future of pensions is a three-legged stool: state pension, workplace pension, and private savings. If any leg is weak, your retirement income is at risk. The good news is you still have time to act. If you're in your 40s or 50s, you have 15 to 25 years to save, invest, and plan. That's enough to make a significant difference. Every pound saved today is worth more than a pound saved in 10 years because of compound growth. Every additional year of national insurance contributions strengthens your state pension. If you found this forecast useful, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll continue bringing you verified, evidence-based analysis of UK pension trends, policy changes, and retirement planning strategies. Share this with anyone planning for retirement. Leave a comment if you have questions, and take action today to secure your financial future. Thank you for watching. Stay informed and start planning now.